So let's see what we got here in the patch highlights. New feature, Spotlight Cache. Spotlight Cache is a brand new way to acquire newly released cards. Series 4 cards and Series 5 cards. Spotlight Cache system will appear after you've passed collection level 500. Okay, so that means only people who went into pool 3 will be able to get Spotlight Caches. Which is okay. Spotlight Cache will replace Collector's Cache and Collector's Reserve every 120 collection level. 120 collection level is around 6,000 credits, right? 5,000 credits? 5,000 credits. Okay. This means that 1 in every 10 Collector's Reserve are becoming Spotlight Caches. Read more in the Spotlight Cache blog. Okay. Premium Mystery Variants, a new Mystery Variant type that only offers rare or super rare variants and cannot contain pixel variants. Now available in the daily offers section in the shop for 800 gold. Sounds like a waste of gold to me. Daily offer rewards. When you make 10 purchases in the daily offer shop, you're now rewarded with a bonus 2000 collector's tokens and 1 premium mystery variant. So you need to buy stuff with tokens and gold, and after 10 purchases you get 2000 tokens and the premium mystery variant. Or you pay with money and you get it faster, obviously. Audio and art, new visual and sound effects to the following cards: Shuri, Infinout, Sabertooth and Agent 13. I actually don't play any of them right now. Balance updates. Wow, so even longer to get cards? No. No. You get more cards now. You get also newer cards now. There's a chance to get newer cards now. But at the expense of targeting specific cards with tokens and gold. Okay, card updates. High Evolutionary. For the last month, High Evolutionary has proven itself strong enough to support 3 distinct decks within the metagame. Some are better than others, and none of the 3 are explicitly problematic in ranked play on any of our metrics, but we think there's still room to improve diversity at the top of the metagame. Even if each High Evolutionary deck is different, it can feel monotonous to get paired against them in succession. What is all of this text? Just say that we want to nerf High Evolutionary. I mean, this is like, we're explaining why we're nerfing it. You can just say it's strong, so I want to nerf it a bit. To that end, we're shaving some power off the most played cards in the kit. Evolved Wasp, Old, 0-1 on reveal. Afflict 2 random enemy cards here with -1 power. And the new one, on reveal, afflict a random enemy card here. So only 1 instead of 2. I don't think that would change anything. Wasp is indeed too good, but I still think that Wasp afflicting -1 is too much already. So I don't think this changes a lot, to be honest. I just don't think this changes even like a tiny bit, because that -1 won't change the power. Wasp is too good. Wasp is simply fantastic in conjunction with Lockjaw and Jane Foster, playing him more like a +4 bonus on 2 Lockjaw rolls than just in 0-3. But it's already too strong. Never mind. However, she's also winning more cubes overall than any other High Evolutionary card, so we're weakening her to meaningfully impact all of these decks. I don't know, statistics is a tough issue because a lot of time you get numbers but they are related to something else. Like, if you see Wasp winning more cubes than any other High Evolutionary card, it doesn't mean that Wasp is the strongest card. Right? It can also mean that in the composite of the deck, she's good. But it doesn't mean that she's the best in the deck. You know what I mean? Okay. Okay, Evolved Hulk, Old, 6-12, ongoing +2 power for each turn you ended with. Unspent energy, okay. So in the past, it was ongoing, and you got +2 power for each turn you didn't spend all your energy. And the new one is 612. When you end the turn with unspent energy, +2 power, if in hand or in play. So it doesn't get buffed when it's in the deck. That's basically what this means. Or when it's flipped, but that doesn't do anything. Like, that rarely happens. Similarly, Hulk appears in every high evolutionary that we've been monitoring, and Hulk's strongest there is, even given the unfortunate bug doesn't count the last turn of the game should you happen to have an energy to spare. This adjustment will remove that issue and also reduce the average power of Hulk, especially in lockjaw shells where players could often accumulate energy without ever drawing Hulk at all. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. That now Hulk will not be huge if you're playing it on lockjaw. That's actually pretty good. We recognize this adjustment may not be as harsh as some player expected. I did not expect harsh, I did expect a nerf. And we'll continue keeping a close eye on High Evolutionary in the weeks to come. Okay, so overall High Evolutionary got a small nerf. I still think it's going to be a very dominant archetype. This change doesn't seem to me like something big. Okay, Gambit. Old Gambit, 3-1, on reveal, discard a card from your hand, destroy a random enemy card. Yeah, new, 3-3. Okay, so now he has 3 power. On reveal, discard a card from your hand, destroy a random enemy card. Now must discard a card to destroy anything. Oh, so you can't just throw it in like Sinister Bar when you have no cards, discard nothing and still destroy enemy cards. That's nice. For some time now, players have noted a confusing dissonance between Gambit's effect destroying cards, whether you discard a card or not, while Arnim Zola must destroy his target in order to create copies of it. True. In addition to being inconsistent, Gambit's creative concept is throwing cards at your enemies. Yeah, that's Gambit from X-Men. If you have no cards to throw, why would it work? I can't win. Poop with my Lockjaw deck, had no problem getting to Infinite last 2 seasons, now I'm going down due to the lack of support cards. For instance, I have Darkhawk, no Rock Slide. Yeah, it took me a long time to get Zabu, for example. I understand you. Okay, let's go back to the patch notes. Since this is a nerf and Gambit's not highly played card, we're compensating him for that loss with +2 power. The Wong combo decks will suffer a bit and perhaps need to start including something like Apocalypse or Swarm if they want to blow up the board. However, using Gambit in more traditional decks might be an interesting option. I don't know, this change is really weird, because Gambit is underplayed and... I mean, it's a nice early card to throw out to gain advantage on the board, but as a finisher or as like a Wong combo, seems quite weak. Okay, Mystique. New gameplay change. Now triggers on reveals if the copied ongoing card had one. Oh, so if you copy a card that has both on reveal and ongoing, she will trigger the on reveal as well. Okay, that's kind of a buff, I would say. Similarly, this is a change to better line up players' intuitions with outcomes. Whenever a card in our game copies an ability, it implicitly copies the whole text box. When Absorbing Man copies a card with an on-reveal and an ongoing ability, like Soulstone or Electro, he gets both, immediately. I didn't know that. I don't have Absorbing Man. Okay. But when Mystique does, she gets the on-reveal ability without triggering it, even though she was just played, like Absorbing Man. This doesn't come up often, but we consider it a quality of life improvement. We'll also make this adjustment to Rogue, just trying it here first. Okay. Nakia. Old, 3-2, on reveal give the 2 leftmost card in your hand +2 power. Can be good with Wong Gambit, that is. I think it's actually worse now with Wong Gambit, because you have to have cards to destroy to hit. You have to run Apocalypse now with Wong. Nakia, on reveal give the 2 leftmost card in your hand +2, power, new 3/3. On reveal give all cards in your hand +1. This is actually like, if the archetype of Khazar wants to make a comeback, this is actually a great way to make a comeback. With the new Nakia. Because if you don't have, let's say if you're running the Kitty Pryde, Angela Bishop concept of Khazar, and you don't have Bishop in your hand, you can just slam Nakia, get a buff for all of your cards. It seems pretty good. I like it. Nakia has been underperforming for a while now, a far cry from her days of dominance during the game's beta period. In addition, her effect was a little complex, especially for a card debuting in Series 2. We're trying to address both of those issues with this change, making Nakia a stronger, simpler card to play with. Maybe she finds a new home in the competitive metagame, maybe not, time will tell. I don't know if she will be competitive because Killmonger is everywhere. So the combination with Khazar is not that great. Not that great, but still. I like this buff. Because giving all the cards in your hand +1 is better than giving the 2 leftmost card +2, because it's more control of what you get, over what you get, right? Because you don't control which of the cards you have will be the leftmost cards. For example, you can give a buff card like Blue Marvel +2, and it doesn't help you. Now giving all the cards +1, it's actually like a reverse Scorpion, right? So it's actually a really nice buff. Again, it's a good buff for Khazar enjoyers, I think. Question is if you can really play Khazar in this meta. That's a good question. Okay, text only updates. The below adjustments are just to improve how a few cards are worded to better align with our learnings around what makes snap cards clear, consistent, and easy to read. We'll continue making updates in this vein over time. So, Black Bolt, your opponent must discard the lowest cost card in their hand. New, discard the lowest card from your opponent's hand. Yeah, I think I agree with this text change. The first one was weird. Your opponent must discard is weird. Discard, that's much better, yeah. There is an unresolved inconsistency present in this text regarding the capitalization of the word cost. Oh, it was lowest cost with a capital C, and now it's a... No, I think the whole phrasing is now much better. The whole phrasing is now much better. Much better. Okay. Black Cat, if this is in your hand, the end of your turn, discard it. New, if you end the turn with this in your hand, discard it. That's better phrasing. Bucky Barnes, when this is destroyed, create the Winter Soldier in its place. New, when this is destroyed, replace it with the Winter Soldier. Yep, that's better. It's better phrasing. I like it. I'm glad they're doing a better phrasing. Make it clearer. Old ongoing, your highest power cards get +2 power. New ongoing, your highest power cards have +2 power. Yeah, the small phrasings are important. I like it. Okay. Doctor Strange, on reveal, move your highest power cards to this location. New, move your highest power card or cards to this location. Nice, that's a better phrasing. And Craven, when a card moves here, this gets +2 power. New, when a card moves here, this gains +2 power. Nice. All of these phrasings are much better now. Good for you guys. Good for you for noticing these things and changing them. I appreciate it. As a non-English native speaker, I appreciate those changes. So much more than the than the balance changes. Okay, bug fixes. Fix an issue that caused matchmaking queue time for the last round of conquest to be excessive. Fix the number of conquest UI UX issues and performance. I don't know what they mean. Fix an issue that allowed the weekly spotlight card to be purchased more than once. That's good. Fix an issue mystery Series 3 card purchases if you've collected all Series 3 cards. Nice. Fix an issue that would see some cards target a specific card in hand deck rather than at random. That's interesting. They didn't specify what this is, but I would love to know what this was at least. Because I always feel like Iceman targets specific cards in my hand. Fixed an issue that could cause a crash when Kang interacted with the Atlantis location. Never seen that. Remove a very unexpected third hand from one of Spider-Man's variants. What? I don't know what they mean. Fixed an issue to prevent new users from getting 3 bonus ranks upon hitting level 10 for the first time. Fixed an issue where Living Tribunal would mishandle the max power cap and show locations with negative power, causing the player to lose. They fixed Living Tribunal, so someone still plays Living Tribunal. Fixed an issue that was causing Living Tribunal to take effect before the card was revealed. Oh, that's cool. Too bad they fixed it, it would have been cool. Fixed an issue that was causing Black Bolt to always discard the leftmost card in the event that several cards with the same cost were targets. Okay. When an opponent Maria's heal draws a card, it now correctly has a card back. Okay, those are small things. Update Nebula's VFX to trigger before cards are revealed rather than after. Fixed an issue with Lockjaw overlapping with ongoing cards. I don't know what this is. Okay, overall, these patch notes seem good. I like them. I'm glad about the changes. Let's move on to the main course, shall we?